That was too bad for you.
Yeah, that was too bad. How about you?
Mine even up to now, when I think of it, I almost cry. They chased me for fees it was there in P6. And my father used to work near the primary school, but that day he was not there. Because when they would chase us, we would go and tell him, then he would come back with us to school. But that time he was not at his workplace. So when they chased us, I had to go very far to our village, like 3 kilometers from home. That is where I found him. And obviously he could not come. He just told me that you stay. But because it was it was also too much for me, I could not even allow staying there. I said, for me, I want to go. So what he did, he just wrote a cheat and he gave it to me. So I took it back. It was like at midday. I took it back to school and I attended the afternoon classes. But it was my worst experience. I didn't like that day, even up to now. And like now, as she has said, for me, like if I were like maybe like in authority, these things of chasing children, especially these young ones, I can't do it. I would rather be calling the parents, but chasing a child, it is so bad. It is so bad. That was my worst.
Yes, but you know, should I say Africans? I don't know. You see, things are not easy. The school, the person who starts at school wants to educate, not to render a service.
Yes.
But parents still don't pay. You're saying those things of chasing
Yes.
are bad, but some parents have, I don't know how to call it in English, but there are some, unless you push them to the edge, they'll pretend as if they don't know the right thing to do. I know some parents would send a child to school with no money. I'm not blaming them because sometimes we don't have money. We all know.
Yes.
The first month goes by. They remind that when they say, just send something because the teachers have to be paid, maybe the child has to eat, or such things they explain to the parent. Second month, nothing. Third month, the term is ending. Still nothing. The next term, the child will again come with no money. Even third term. So you find the school is sometimes reaching a point of saying, maybe before exams we keep chasing. Not because they want it, but I think it's, although I don't own a school, but at some point I think it's because they feel if they don't pressurize some people somehow by chasing their children, then some might take it for granted.
Yes, some might take it for granted. But like you have said, you chase someone today, he comes back. One does not bring the same either tomorrow, next day. So do you think that parent is, or do I say, is he normal, or do you think he's intending it? So that one, as an administrator, instead of harassing, I would say harassing, chasing this young person, let's, like nowadays they are phones. Let's call the parent. Let's call the parent, and then there we can chase, but not just chasing the child because he has not brought fees.
I love the way you think that people are so easy. We shall have the parents whom you will call, and they will try to explain or do the needful.
Yes.
But we have some. You also know some, unless you've been with only the Shaddai. I'm not going to say that people who don't send their children to school are not elite. But there are some people, even if you demand them, you yourself, they come to you, you give them a debt of, let's say, 30K.
Yes.
You remind, but you find that for that person to pay you, you find you need to first push them to the wall.
Yes.
You find if it's rent, the person will not pay the first month, the second, unless you. So even that person, when they are parents and their children at school, you find they will not pay fees. There are people who are just, unless you push them to the wall, they will not pay for things which they are very aware that money is demanded. I'm not saying everyone. There are people who are good. You lend them money, they won't even need you to remind them.
Yes.
Even when you remind them, they'll tell you, I don't have money yet, but when I get, I will pay you. But you also know there are some characters, unless, hey.
So now, Gloria, what do you think is the best way to handle that? Because according to me, it tortures these children, even like in schools where we are. Students can be crying from the gate. So what do you think is the best way to handle that fees collection?
First of all, I'm laughing because I know some children enjoy it. Not all of us like studying. I know whereby you chase them, they get brought. They know they have survived.
Yes, those ones are there. How about those ones?
But then,
yes,
personally, there are some things where it's even hard to get a solution. Because I've seen some cases where the school even offers half bursary, but the parents still fails the other half of the bursary. Yet you find this school is also, now like we are talking about primary school, there are some primary schools which are still struggling. You find school fees is like 50,000. But when they really need that 50,000, not say it's solely they can as well not pay. No. You find that for them to buy food, for them to pay the teachers, to maintain the school, that 50,000, which is the school fees, they need it. Okay? So really, yes, so what some schools try to do, of course, if they see a child is very needy, some they offer full, those which can manage. Some offer half bursary. Okay. Others can find a way of accepting items for money.
That can be.
You find that they tell a parent, okay, you do not have 50,000, but if you have beans, if you have maize, you bring and we come to some terms and agreement. You bring maybe a bunch of anything. If the person does not have money, or the parent can offer a service. Some parents of these children, you find they make them the cooks. Some parents who don't have other qualifications to gain other jobs, they can make them cooks. Some to dig in the compound of the school. Some to become cleaners of maybe the compound, the latrines and all that. To try and compensate a bit. Then also involving parents in the planning. You know, some parents look at, we are taking money to the school. But when the school holds some meetings to show them, this is our expenditure, this is how we spend money. And they involve them as if they are part of running the school. So they use the word we. We need to build this. We need to repair this. You see that classroom is in bad shape. Our children need to study from a good classroom. We need, so the parents who are saying, we are taking money to this school, might change heart a bit when they feel the money they are bringing benefits the child. It's not for the director or the bus.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that was the experience.